this should be good.
Now, last year these two met each other 3 times, and it was the Indonesian that won on all 3 occasions. And last time that Peter Gade had a victory over Hidayat was in the final of the French Open in 2008. 3 tough games it was as well. It was a wonderful match. Two players that are real artists of the game. Beautiful to watch, both of them.
Absolutely. Any young players looking for technical tips, this is the match to watch. They've both got super techniques. Particularly, I think in this match we'll see a little bit of a fight. It'll be quite cagey to start with, but I think when it settles down, it'll be who can get control of the net and get control of the front court to win the time in the rear court to use the attack.
Well, they're not struggling to find their form from the onset of this match, are they? Both of them already. Wonderful shot production, good rallies. Yeah, that's clever. The body smash. So often in singles we think of the smashes always going down the side of the court, but so often it's very clever just to mix it up and play the body smash.
Yeah, we've got 2 of the great tacticians of the game here, both with bags of experience, lots of titles behind them, and we'll see lots and lots of variety like that. The centre attack, the sudden shock attack down the line. There'll be a lot of variety in this match. Well, when I was watching the matches yesterday, I thought Peter Gade, when he was playing against Simon Santosa, I thought he was having real problems using his known angled smashes. Very, very famous for creating wonderful angles, but I thought he was having real problems actually putting the shuttle on the floor. Yeah, it's a difficult match for Peter, that matchup. He's had problems with Simon Santosa before, and I would imagine he was a little bit nervous. I think he will have taken confidence from getting through that match in 2 sets, and will probably feel better today. But it's not the easiest hall to attack in. It's not a hall where you can attack flat out the whole time.
Just long of the back line, wonderful spinning neck shot from Taufik Hidayat. Can you just elaborate on that point for us? I mean, why should it make a difference in the arena as to why it's difficult to smash?
There's a lot of things that go into that calculation. There's the temperature of the hall, but the height of the hall and the circulation of the air in the hall all has an effect. And the players will tell you that on the Super Series circuit, this is one of the slower halls. So in these conditions, you'll see these 2 players not going for the flat-out attack. They'll use a lot of variety, a lot of changes of pace and angle.
It's control at the front, isn't it? So much in men's singles. I mean, everybody talks about explosive power and big smashes of players like Lin Dan and Lee Chong Wei, the Malaysian. But actually, I think the most important shot in men's singles is the net shot. Controls the rally, sets up the rally. There's the short lift. The opportunity for the winner.
Good commentating, good example. Got it right. Absolutely right.
If you can get early on the net and get that early spinning net shot in, it gives you more time in the rear court after the lift. You've got time to get into position and choose where you want to attack. And that's what both these players will be looking to do, to get themselves into a position where they can take the shuttle very early at the front of the court to win that attacking time.
The lift was short again, and a golden opportunity
6-4
for the Indonesian. Certainly in the Jakarta Post in this last week, I've been reading a lot of articles about Taufik Hidayat and his preparations for this All England. It riles him that it's a title he's never won. The tradition of this tournament, can't emphasise it enough. It is to badminton what Wimbledon is to tennis. It is so important. And of course, he was saying he's never won this title. He's twice a beaten finalist, and he's very, very anxious to win it this year. But that, of course, he's putting pressure on himself saying that.
Yeah, I mean, he's a guy with enormous pride, and the last couple of years he's had his problems with his federation. He's gone independent, he's got his own coach and his own manager now, and he seems a lot more at ease with himself. I was chatting with him in the hotel last night, and I haven't seen him this motivated and this keen for a long time. He really looks as though he's enjoying it again, and that's dangerous for the other players.
You know, we forget that he's only 28 years of age. He seems to have been around for such a long time. He was never winner of a major Grand Prix tournament when he won the Brunei Open as a 16-year-old in 1998, Taufik Hidayat. Oh, extraordinary, isn't it?
Service over.
Precision.
These are two of the best net players in the world. I mean, that's a super shot from Peter. He was even a little bit off net there and managed to find the take there. And you see the turn on the shuttle there. That's a great angle to see the precision of that shot.
You just seem to try and force that a little too much.
Just a little bit, but there in that rally we also see another aspect that's sometimes overlooked in men's singles: the agility and defence, the ability to get down so quickly to the sides and then get back into position to find your way back into the rally. That's super play from Peter there in defence.
And that's an even better smash from Taufik Hidayat.
Service over.
Power and placement, a lethal combination.
And again, he got the early net shot in. Peter forced a lift, and that's Taufik at his best.
Oh, that's glorious. Absolutely delightful.
It seems the best of both players in the last two rallies. Clean winners at this level are not so common, and there we've seen two super shots.
Great defence, that's exactly what you were talking about.
11-8.
Defensive play, getting out wide to his forehand side and just blocking the shuttle cross court. That is wonderful from the Dane. And it means that Peter Gade goes to the mid-game interval with a 3-point advantage.
Vi gerne have flere swipper med, og gerne 2 swipper i træk. De bider på, om han kommer ned, så holder han nedad, så bare langt frem på den og giver ham den lange løbetur.
As you up.
Ellers spiller du planen helt perfekt. Lige husk at få en 4 med en gang
Court 2, 20 seconds. Court 2, 20 seconds.
And of course, the fact that Taufik Hidayat, now independent of PBSI, the National Association, Badminton Association in Indonesia. Well, the official coaching staff not coming on to court, but
11-8.
rightly saying his own coaching team. Oh my goodness. It's a magician.
One of the reasons why Taufik's so popular around the world. That's just an incredible shot. There, just the hold. We're going to see the hold. Peter committed, bang. Completely sent Peter completely the wrong way.
Well, we'll talk about all the records that both these players hold, but Taufik Hidayat, the most astonishing record, I think, is the fact that he's never won a Super Series title.
That's an incredible statistic. That's one I find very hard to understand.
4 times he's reached the final, but he's never actually, in a Super Series event, won a Super Series title. The Super Series, of course, came into existence in 2007. 12 tournaments each year, the Super Series, and of course the All England, event number 3 on the 12 tournament tour.
These two players, having been around the game so long at such a high level, I'm sure both of them understand the importance of the 100th All England, and I'm sure it's been in both of their minds what an honour it would be to have their name on that 100th event. And I'm sure both of them have done a little bit extra in preparation for this event. They both understand the history of the game very well.
Yes, Peter Gade has often talked about that. He's actually playing in his 13th All England Championship, 7th time he's been in the quarter-final this year. Talked about the tradition, and of course Denmark have a very good record in the All England Championships. Erling Kops, of course, multiple winner, 7 times winner, I think, of the All England Championship. Morten Frost reached the final 8 consecutive years, winning 4 of them. Paul Eric Hoyer, a couple of times he won.
One in the middle for Ib Fredriksson as well, often forgot, but also another good championships.
What a well-constructed rally.
13-10.
Forced to play the high backhand, so Taufik Hidayat often quite happy to play the high backhand. He's got such wonderful timing on that shot. Timing and technique, and he makes it look so easy, and just a little flick of the racket in and the shuttle goes whizzing to the back of the court. Goodness. Talk about fast onto the net.
14.
And there we see the tactical side of the game. I mean, Peter knows he's got 3 or 4 points up. He knows Taufik's answer's probably to look for the net, and there he's anticipated that reply very, very well.
It's going to go wide, yep. Pushing the Dane to his backhand side, then fast deep into his forehand corner, and then the final smash down the Dane's backhand side once more. It's that twisting and turning. It's not just movement back and front on court, it's always having to twist and turn. What can you say? That's just magnificent. I know the lift was short from the Dane.
14.
Good tight net shot from the Indonesian, but look at this. Look how calm he is. Beautiful deception.
interesting. Taufik trying to increase the pace a little bit, force Peter away from the net.
15,
Just missing a bit of touch at the end of the long rally there.
It's quite remarkable that Peter Gade is still so fit, so agile, so fast round the court at the age of 33, but he's never really had too many injury problems. Of course, that'll be the kiss of death, but I do remember him having knee surgery back in 2002.
That's over. 13-15.
From a very early age, Peter's always been so professional. I remember him as a 15, 16-year-old with the maturity of a 20-year-old. He was always very clear on what he wanted to do, what he wanted to achieve, and he's always looking for an edge. He's always willing to talk to different people, look for different ideas that he can apply. He's been a tremendous professional and a great example for our sport, a great ambassador for badminton.
14-15.
Back line.
15 all. It's quite
Yeah, just inside the back line, in fact.
Peter.
Both players being allowed by the umpire just to go to the side and towel down while the court is mopped of the perspiration. And it's interesting what you're saying, both, I mean, of course, great ambassadors to the sport, but also both of them enjoying success early on. Both of them became #1 player in the world by the age of 20. You know, and I look at players now and the development and talking about up-and-coming players in the UK and so on, and saying, well, we've got some youngsters. The remarkable thing about the great players is the success they achieve so early on at such a young age. I mean, we've got some very good men's singles players in England yet to break through into the real top of world badminton. But in comparison to 20-year-olds becoming world #1, I don't know what it is, whether it's sheer belief. You talked about the preparation, knowing what they wanted to do.
I think there's also a cultural element, though, because
15.
these two players have, you know, they're following on previous decades where their own countries have had great players who've won everything.
Very good point.
And, you know, Peter, you've just named a lot of Danish players. Well, it's quite easy with Hartono and Louis Pongo and Hendrewan. I mean, Taufik, Arby, fantastic players. And, you know, both of them would have grown up looking at players from their own environments winning these major championships. And that makes a big difference.
Good net exchange.
Service over. 16 all.
All the Indonesian really had to do was get that over and in, because having played the cross-court drop shot when he was off balance, Peter Gade would have struggled to get to the net in time.
I think both of them just feel they know each other so well that even when they've got a bit of time, they're thinking, no, I've got to play with a low margin. I need to hit the tape to win this rally. That's the level of this match. It's a fantastic match. The rallies are of great quality.
Nice smash.
17-16.
net shot, return of serve was just brilliant.
That's over, 17 all.
I still feel that's where this match is going to be won and lost. The player that can get in, win control of the net is going to have the first chance on the attack, and that's going to be key in this match. And we're going to see a few mistakes around the net because
17.
the margins are very, very small. They both feel as though they've got to play so tight because they know their opponents are so strong there.
Oh, yes.
That's over, 18.
Using the jump smash to gain extra angle. Right to go for it.
19-18.
Yes, that's his character. He has to go for that. It's he played a super rally and the chance comes up. If he plays net there, Peter lifts out and he has to start again from the rear court. That was an opportunity. It was difficult, but it was an opportunity he had to go for.
Almost like a doubles exchange, flat fast exchanges, neither player willing to give away the lift because they know their opponents are so good in attacking play.
And both of them are so experienced in these situations at the end, 19 all. They've been there so many times. The tempo's gone up. The last two rallies, the tempo's going up. Both of them are looking for weaknesses. This is a really interesting match.
Well, Taufik, Hidayat.
Service over, 20, game point.
Well, quite frankly, if he hadn't gone for the kill of that net shot, because the shuttle here tumbling, he wouldn't have been able to lift it anyway. And there, a little clenched fist from Peter Gade, because now he's on game point. Well saved, isn't it?
It's so accurate under pressure. He's moved back at pace. He's played the net shot.
Service over.
Great pace and agility to get behind the shuttle and fantastic precision. That's a great play.
20 all. Once again, extra points required in a quarter-final encounter. Going to be a clear 2-point winning margin. He left that, did Peter Gade. Thought it was going to go long of the back line, but it's called good.
21-20.
Gade looking up to the giant screen in the National Indoor Arena here,
Peter.
waiting for the replay. What a good call by the line judge. That is perfection.
Good call, very good call. People forget that these linesmen are under pressure as well. 20 all, quarter-final of the All England. That's a very good concentration from the linesmen.
So now having saved a game point. Now Taufik Hidayat has a game point of his own. And this time he converts. It's the Indonesian former world and Olympic champion Taufik Hidayat, who closes out the opening game 22-20. Well, game point down, kept his nerve, and in 25 minutes has taken the opening game 22-20.